What up, Gotchi Gang? If my internet looks like 1 sec. You guys hear me any better now?
Still a bit robotic.
Megabit per second internet. Discord, man. Alright, let me see.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going?
GM, how's everybody doing?
GM.
Let's go. I like the little button that sends you to the Gotchi Guild Summit. Whoever put that in, that's really cool. Thank you for that.
Oh man, look at that.
Vase, I'm gonna be channeling probably like 30 more gotchis now and not picking up the pickup just because I don't have time for it. So if you follow me, you can probably find out a bunch about Chemica.
Man, that looks slick. That little parcel drop. That's awesome, man. Oh, I see Hefe's here. Can you let him up? No future? There you go.
Oh, yeah. I have the power. Welcome, Hefe.
What up, everyone? Good morning.
Oh, I asked you to turn your volume down on your mic yesterday. Turn it back up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because you're like during our call yesterday, your volume was lower while everybody else was much louder. But I didn't want to everybody could hear you, so I wasn't going to interrupt it for the stream. Definitely put your volume up.
I think I was yelling yesterday and I didn't realize it.
Are you having a bad?
You're coming in a little robotic there, but I didn't catch that.
Oh, really? It's 100 millisecond ping now. Better than 5,000 what it was before. Still, oh my God.
We're losing Dan to the bots.
Does anybody know how long it takes for the fountain to show up?
It hasn't been dropped yet. You just have
Yeah,
rights to the fountain. You have fountain rights.
Well, good for my fountain rights. I was waiting to put it up on my property.
It's gonna show up. It's getting shipped out right now. It's still getting manufactured.
That's
Very
why the
cool.
internet for Coder Dan isn't working as well, because he's literally shipping your $1 grand fountain, and it's like taking over the internet.
It's taking bandwidth.
Oh man.
How are you guys this morning? I see no futures channeling. I'm gonna
Oh,
try and
yeah.
figure out where you're going here because I gotta pick up some of your spillover. I channeled my gotchis last night, and then right after I was done, we both kind of had the realization that I probably should have waited.
Well, at this point, I just have my own personal gotchis to channel plus a few client gotchis, but I'm not picking up spillover because last time I did it, it was like each channel took like 20 minutes, and that's great. But I got to do another 30, and I have to get these like altars used now so that they'll reset later so I can use them again.
Right, you have an order of operations you gotta follow.
Yeah, I'm actually skipping in the order because right now I'm supposed to be doing my level 4s, but I have all these level 3s that I need ready within 12 hours. So I'm going to do those first, then come back for the level 4s. And then my level 6s should be ready like in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so.
I just walk around usually. I mean, next time around, I'm gonna remember to, just save it for the Saturday. But I end up finding a decent amount usually, around maybe 70 is like the average. 70 alchemica, sometimes a little bit more, but usually around 70.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not too
Nice
bad.
little haul for Saturday morning.
Yeah, just walk around, like not even really trying to, go out of my way really, because like there's alchemica everywhere. You just gotta pick up the bigger pieces.
Yeah, and I mentioned it yesterday during District 420, but I was doing my channeling on Wednesday or Thursday, and I went up to one of my parcels, and there was a piece of alchemica on it. So I was like, "Whoa, this has been sitting here for 5, 6 days, and no one has noticed it."
Dang, that's pretty crazy. ZombieShepherd, how you doing this morning, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. Got up early and, got back on summit planning. That's basically been my week. In between everything I do, I'm back on the summit.
Yeah, nice, awesome. Yeah, we got a big day ahead of us. For those of you just joining in now, we're gonna be doing the Gotchiverse Guild Summit, the inaugural Guild Summit. So first ever. And it's going to be featuring many more partners than I thought. So it's going to be pretty cool, man. Like we got Parcel that's going to be there, and they are a basically not, I wouldn't say accounting tool, but they make basically the creator economy work a little bit better with their kind of payment system. So I'm curious to know more about that. Hear more about what Parcel's doing. I just sent a tweet out this morning actually on Parcel. Um, but then we also have a bunch of task forces coming to present. I know we have Dr. Wagme is going to talk on the DTF. We have Phantasma is going to come in, talk about what the wearable task force is up to. And we have a couple ATF members possibly, but definitely some builders that have been working on some cool stuff. Who'll be coming to share what they're doing and what their future outlook is. So it'll be interesting to hear from all those people, and yeah, it's gonna be a great day. I think I'm
I heard
probably
you said. Oh, sorry, you said Phantasma is going to be on. Is he also going to be representing Los Mustachios?
yeah, I believe he'll be there for that as well.
Yeah, he has a kick-ass voice. Oh, there's some alchemica on the map already.
Yeah, it's popping up everywhere, man.
Oh, I gotta ignore it. Just walk away, Anthony. Just channel, walk away.
If you if you see a Keck cube, do you go pick it up though, or is that even not worth your time?
I do, but the thing is, like last time I was doing this with rented gotchis and also my client gotchis, you collect all the alchemica, and then it's like, where the heck is the nearest vortex? Now I got to spend 20 minutes a channel and then walking and finding a vortex. So it's like, whatever. Whoever rents this next, good luck. You have like 100 alchemica in the pocket once you get this gotchi.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, because I still have 29 channels, and I've been picking up rentals because there are some decent rentals right now. So grabbing those. Those probably are drying up though since the the event is happening.
Hey, your spillover is another man's treasure.
Yeah. So I like it. This is we were talking about yesterday the idea, and I would love Robot Dan can become Coder Dan again, but we were talking about the idea of like the great battle kind of represents like this weird like transfer of wealth. Like if the liquidators were to win, because if they were to win, they would be able to get a lot from us, like us asset holders. So it just like creates this level like of urgency almost thinking about that because it's like the one time where like in this game there is this like beautiful metaphor of like how anybody could come in and start making money instantly, and that transfer of wealth in a much slower way is like kind of available to anybody, especially once we get to liquidators, or even if you join like a guild as a scholar, there's that opportunity. So it's like just thinking like that. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna channel. I'm gonna get 60-70% of it. You keep the rest. Whatever. It's a party. We might as well party.
Everyone prospers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
But there's
that's what makes it so powerful. Think of people like Bearded, like the way he's come up. Like
yeah.
that's the dream. Like to be able to like start small and build big and just become unstoppable. So I think we all have that. Like I forgot who it was. Will from the PC team last week. He said if you dream big, you achieve big. So just shoot for the stars, baby.
Yeah, I hear that. And then there's also, you're talking about liquidators and the great battle. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be this push-pull between the Aavegotchis and liquidators. It won't be like maybe they do get all the loot, but then we can go get some of it back, hopefully, somehow by coordinating with each other. There's gonna be this like a little tension is good. I think like a little tension is good, makes things exciting.
Yeah, we'll have to cooperate. That's the that's the definite.
I mean, that's a good segue into the summit that we're gonna have today. I feel like, first of all, we're gonna be doing this on like a quarterly kind of basis. Hopefully, if everyone's down for it, I'd like to do something like this. Every between 3 and 4 months, link up with everybody, get like some builders out. Get an update on what the task force's vision is, what they're planning to do. Maybe get some other organizations like Parcel, for example, to come in and do a presentation and just make it a really cool interaction with everybody, and even do it in the Gotchiverse. So I guess actually that's a question for Coder Dan. I believe people will be able to teleport to the GMI Parcel today. Is that right? I don't know if he'll be able to answer it
Yeah,
because
if you log into the Gotchiverse, you can see there's a little option to spawn directly to the GMI parcel. It's pretty cool.
where are you seeing this?
It was up there
I'm-
earlier. They might have taken it down. But you can go check it out. It might be there again. In the beginning when you go to spawn, it's just a new option.
Ah,
It was, for about 5 days. We had to update the version of to so the
I heard he had to update the version. I got that.
Not quite.
Yeah.
So I guess yeah. Okay, so it must be getting updated. So hopefully, they can um, maybe push it later or something. But we are in District 12, right? District 12. Actually, it's pretty easy to explain. We're in District 12. If you come down from, if you're going south through the gate on the.
I
what would
just
that
dropped
be?
a picture
South.
of it, Hefe. Oh, there you go. So
Okay.
did Daddy Dolpix. There you go.
Perfect.
um,
Gotta get some coordinates.
Oh no, I dropped the summit portal. I didn't drop the coordinates.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, we should get some coordinates for the parcel.
Yeah.
GMI parcel. If anybody's on it yet.
I am not yet.
I'm close. I don't have any parcels in District 12, but I have a parcel in District 11. So
Yep, me
we'll
too.
make our way over there.
Has GMI done anything new with the parcel? Like any updates in terms of the look?
I don't think so, not yet, but we should definitely look into doing a few little visual updates. Maybe get some grass on there, you know. Um, it's an estate. That's a really cool part of it. So we can, you know, either make each parcel its own thing or like make the whole estate, um, you know, look kind of uniform.
On
I'm
that
pretty sure
I
I just came up with-
parcel. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you were talking about you need to withdraw to Vortex earlier. As long as you get more than one alchemica before your rental ends, it'll automatically be withdrawn for you.
Oh, so if it's in the Gotchi's pocket, it'll send to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't need to use a Vortex anymore. Like that was updated like a long time ago. So as long as you get more than one alchemica, it'll automatically be sent to your wallet when the rental ends.
So now I shouldn't walk away from my parcels as I channel.
I mean, it still does take time, like you said. It does add a bunch of time to each one of your channeling sessions, but you don't need to find a vortex. Is the main point.
Yeah. See, I'm just trying to get through the level. Ooh, shoot! There's a Keck right next to me. Yeah. I'm just trying to get all the level 3s done because they're just a pain in the butt. That's why I'm like my strategy is more moving towards level 4s, because if you know, that drift isn't as big a deal if you miss one of the channelings. Where with the level 3, it can mess everything up.
Yeah, I channel a bunch of Gotchis too. I feel you.
I told myself I wouldn't pick up any alchemica, but I'm doing it. There's no one around. It's all like near me. There's also a lot of like Keck on the floor, so I'm just gonna kick this off. Can't 10 cents a Keck? Are you kidding me?
I mean, if you saw a dime on the ground, I would pick it up.
It depends on what I'm doing. My stepfather taught me that very early on. He's like, if you're wearing a suit and you drop a $100 bill on the floor, ignore it and keep walking because you'd rather not look, you know, poor. And I was like, that seems stupid. So I for a dime, probably not. I mean, it depends on what station I am in life.
Actually, well, these days a dime doesn't do a whole lot, right? So maybe I had.
Yeah, not with 9.1% month-over-month inflation, like. Yeah. And we're not in a recession, so everything's fine. The whole building's burning down, but everything's fine. Like.
Any type form today. This is I don't know if there's gonna be XP today. That would be kind of cool. But it's
no, not for tonight, but there will be on the Wednesday event for the Gotchiverse launch.
The internet.
Hey, coming through clear.
Yeah. So you know, there's no XP. Can you hear me loud and clear?
You guys sound perfect to me. I don't know what the deal is with Discord.
Yeah, you're sounding great now. I don't know, maybe like
I disconnected, then I connected in another Discord, and then I came back, and seems to be better. We'll see.
Who just teased me with that one?
What's that?
Sorry, someone was teasing me, stealing a FUD.
We stopped doing our team meetings in Discord because this issue. I would always get like lagged out for some reason. It's like I have super fast internet now, but Discord is stupid.
Yeah, my Discord kind of sucks lately too.
Well, it's working better now. So yeah, no XP for tonight, but we will have some on Wednesday, and we also should be dropping a good chunk of XP tomorrow as well. we've gone through the script and proofread it, so it should be good to go. Want to make sure all gotchis get their XP without any hassle later.
Wednesday's gonna be epic. I've been talking to like the clients that I manage their assets, and they're all like, brains are churning because they see now like, oh crap, there's like so much yield. But some of these clients don't really actively play the game, so they have no idea what to do. So they're just like, yo, go build, let's do whatever you want, we'll work this out. It's like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna be a busy boy on Wednesday.
Heads up, there has been a lot of discussion about the reservoirs. I posted a message in the DAO forum, DAO discussion, and I still think like we've calculated the numbers and the simulations look still pretty attractive to us, but there is a little bit of room to kind of optimize the recipes a little bit more to incentivize people to upgrade, because I think upgrading, it just feels good, right? So we are probably going to go with a kind of I guess really don't have much of an option. It's either kind of an emergency core prop, or we just update the recipes. But we have 3 days, so heads up to everyone. We probably will do a core prop tomorrow with the numbers, and feel free to vote it down or don't accept it. But we don't want to delay anything because of this, so we're going to try to get that through. And the numbers, not really much has changed as far as like the APY or RY. It's like fairly subtle, but it does incentivize people to upgrade higher, which is good.
So you are going to go the core prop route. Your post this morning, a lot of people voted on it, and most people voted to just like update it without prop.
Oh, did they? Let me see. Oh, I didn't see that. So someone added the numbers. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I added the numbers.
Good, very good. Well, I think that I like the core prop because, well, there's really two issues. We can go over it more tomorrow, but we got the issue 1 is the actual recipes, and then issue 2 is whether or not to disable the burn refund. I think that the burn refund is a bit more. We could probably have more of a discussion on it if it merits it, or we could just put them together. But I do feel like that one definitely deserves some discussion and a core prop.
I feel like those are two separate things, though. Really.
Yeah. So yeah, we could do number 1 and update the recipes without a vote. That would be the easiest, because there's no one has made major financial decisions that are undoable at this point, because they haven't actually bought the reservoir, so it's still kind of fair game.
And I mean, technically, like there was no vote for the original recipe, so it's not like this is changing something that the DAO voted for.
Yeah. It was more of like the DAO didn't vote to change anything, and so it's kind of just become accepted that this is how it's going to be.
I'm for it. I started upgrading early, so this rewards me. So yeah.
Cool. Well, we will run the final numbers and have something to make more public tomorrow with you guys. But they look good, and nothing's really changed. It's just you're gonna be able to get to a higher level now without much extra cost. And it was the capacity and just kind of the overall gameplay is pretty much the same.
Did you change anything besides the costs and maybe the block time? Like, did you adjust the spillage or the
spillage and spill rate? Now, we have not touched the spill rate and the spillover, because those are a bit out of the scope, I think, of this, and they're also easy to change. The hard thing to change is the capacity, because once that is set on chain, we can't undo that. The only way to change it is to deprecate the old one and create a new one, like a new reservoir, a V2. So we want to make sure the capacity is set. So we did modify that, and we modified the prices. So capacity has to go down a little bit because the price is also going down. So what it ends up doing is the what?
The block time? The build time for them?
I don't. Let's check with Let's Go Bankless, but I don't think we did actually. I remember him saying that didn't need to be changed.
Okay,
If
Mikey
he's
said no
listening.
change to build time in chat.
Yeah. So yeah, should be good. Other than that, the farm launch is looking good. Pretty much all ready to go.
Will the Makerbots be launching as well at the same time?
Yeah, yeah. The functionality will definitely be there. The animations that we have planned will kind of be there in some form, but not exactly 100% how we have them designed. They're pretty complicated, so it's gonna take a little bit extra dev muscle to get that, but they will be functional.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, it looks like, when I've seen images of them, it looks like those little robots would actually be moving around,
Mhm.
as they're upgrading, right? There would be like a little animation with that?
Yeah, like they'll be on the parcel and whatever they're actually working on, it's like one bot will be assigned to that installation. It's pretty cool.
We're changing some of the, not changing, but adjusting. Will the makers also be adjusted, or will they just stay the same recipe?
Yeah, I don't think the makers have changed either. Just the reservoir.
There was a lot of talk around this like recipe. Like that was a very in-depth analysis. So it's definitely a well-informed uh, proposal, I guess.
Yeah, the recipe that was proposed ended up like that one. It had a lot of negative side effects and also kind of nerfed spacious parcels. So we spent the first part of the weekend coming up with a couple alternative ones that seem to work pretty well.
Yeah, when I was looking at it, the main issue was that I think that no one was going to make a level 9 reservoir, or like you would see them like 1 in 2,000 parcels or something like that. It would almost never happen.
Right. Yeah, and it's more of like a gameplay, like user experience thing. When we were designing it, we didn't want to make it a complete no-brainer that, oh, it's like the obvious move is to always get a level 9. That would have been a little bit too simplistic. So I think we probably erred on the conservative side a little bit too much and ended up making it like almost not even, there's like no one's going to get a level 9. So the changes that we've made will kind of nudge it more towards being more optimal to upgrade while still not being a complete no-brainer.
I think it would have come down to like if you got like one of those 8x rolls on your Alchemica in round 1, then maybe you would have gotten the level 9 reservoir, but that was like a 0.2% chance of happening. And it would probably only be relevant if you got it on a spacious parcel, not on a humble parcel. So it would have almost never happened.
Are you talking about the VRF roll for the
Yeah.
parcel?
Yeah. If you got a really like a perfect VRF roll, then you'd probably like try and get a level 9 reservoir. But other than that, probably wouldn't be worth it.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Well, we were talking about this yesterday, and I'm interested because I have a ton of humble parcels, right? So those are not going to be ideal for farming, but because of the VRF, there might be a world where I get a humble that's like jacked up and maybe has more than what you would get from like a base reasonable. So then there potentially could be a market for resale where we see the premium built in now based on those boosts. So all those humbles like might actually, like if I open up 50 of them, I have to think statistically some of them might be like really good, some might get wrecked. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
So are you opening 50 of them now? Because I thought that was
No, I'm still kicking the number around. I'm not certain. It's just like there's a part of me that just like, because my clients have been asking me this too, and it's like part of me's like open all of them. Like just go, if you're farming, right? What's the purpose of a piece of land that could be earning income that's not?
Yeah.
It's like walking around and seeing parcels with no altars. It drives me nuts. So I could just leave all these things empty or like just with the alters and kind of wait and see how the market plays out, or I can open them all up and try to get the yield now. I'm going to kind of do both. I kind of want to see what happens with my first like spacious rolls. Maybe I'll roll I have 2 different reasonable estates of 4 or 5 parcels, so maybe I'll open all those. Because the other thing we were thinking about, we were talking yesterday, is like with the Great Battle, like if you don't open up your parcel, if you have a blank parcel with no altar, there's no risk to you when the Great Battle comes because there's nothing that can be destroyed. If you have land that just has an altar, the altar can be destroyed, I believe. So it's, you know, you're going to want to build eventually. So you might as well start farming now because you're going to want to build walls and all this. It's just so much to think about, like you said, Coder Dan. So it's like I'm just trying to wrap my mind around like what's the best move to do of the like 1 million choices I have.
That's the beauty of it too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no one fixed strategy that's like a win-all strategy. They all have,
Yeah.
like, they all have their benefits. And also depending on like the size of bags too. There's a couple of different small bag strategies. Then there's, you know, if you're whale, there's probably a different strategy for that. You know, it's interesting.
I've been doing in real life onboarding with that, like I'm good friends with now from just hanging out with them, and they know about all my NFT antics. But they're now like starting to be like, yo, help me sell a Polygon. I want to go and stake. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So over the next few days, I'm going to be meeting with some people, having them bring laptops, and then just starting their journey, that very beginning of like, hey, this is how to get a crypto wallet and put some ghosts. I'm going to just basically have them give me cash and I'll send them Matic so that they don't have to, you know, mess around with all the banking stuff just yet, but they can actually get in the ecosystem and start playing around. Like, hey, go rent a Gotchi and around or do stuff. So it's going to be fun to do.
Yeah, very cool. Seeing people's reactions always interesting when they're getting into crypto too for the first time, because it's like this world that like you never thought existed. You're like, oh dang, I can get that kind of an APY on, you know, staking this coin, and I've been earning 0.001% in my savings account for like 10 years. Like, it's pretty amazing.
Well, that should change, right? With interest rates going up, the bank, or that's usually, you know, that's how it's supposed to be.
What's that? Sorry, I missed the last bit. With interest rates going up,
Banks should be giving out higher rates of return for your loan.
maybe.
Like, yeah, because I mean, they have to pay, you know, they should be paying out more because they're earning more on the interest that they're going to be earning from lending your money to other people.
Yeah. That's the way it's supposed to work anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's supposed to is a different word than actually how it works.
Yep.
Oh my god, guys, check it out. Breaking news.
Breaking
The
news.
man, the legend, the farmer. He's back,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
armed with a bag of glitter and, of course, a big old cup of GM juice. He's ready to do what he does best. Farm!
Oh, he's back.
Live preview. Let's do it. Farmer Alf in the house.
Farmer Alf.
Give it a retweet. Give it a like. He's gone full gotchi game. See if you can spot all the Easter eggs that he's got in his house.
He's
Love his bag of gold and his gotchi mug and his godlike ticket full of drawers.
The raffle behind him.
it's good to see him again. I thought he got liquidated there for a while. I don't know what happened.
He was quiet there for a while. He's just been biding his time. I'm starting to think like maybe Farmer Alf and Bearded are related. They're flipping, always flipping and moving up, playing the game.
Some say Farmer Alpha alone is propping up the ghost price.
It's
He's
not
part
the
of the
curve,
running
it's Farmer
curve.
Alf.
Oh man, this is hilarious. I love Farmer Alf. I mean, we gotta dig up that OG video of it now. It's somewhere.
I
in the
think we're
archive.
hosting them all on the Aavegotchi official channel. So if you just go
Yeah.
to YouTube and you say Aavegotchi official, it's buried in there somewhere. At least one of the two. I think this is his third one total, right? This completes the trilogy.
That's awesome. Is he like a persona in the NFT space, or is he just all Gotchi gang?
Oh, Farmer Elf.
He's Gotchi gang, baby.
He's very, very Gotchi gang. John Deere decorations. Yeah, what if? Oh man, little John Deere announcement today. That'd be epic.
Yeah, first Polygon announces like the Disney accelerator now Aavegotchi.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. The best farm game needs to have best equipment available. So we'll join a John
So
Deere
also
accelerator.
a future partnership with Caterpillar.
They're gonna have exclusive harvesters.
Caterpillar branded harvesters.
Or the makers, the Caterpillar branded Makerbot.
That'd be even better. More, yeah, that's better.
Very cool. It would be kind of cool to have like different skins and stuff for your harvesters. Like that would be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday, just the idea that like parcel design changes now because the way you are setting up, like if you put rugs down and tiles, you're going to want to think about like the color schemes of things. Like if you're going for certain, it's just the aesthetic changes so much now. So I feel like we're going to see a lot more construction in the Gotchiverse. It's going to be so bright and colorful.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Can't wait for the walls.
just having the different types of harvesters, they're all so unique and well designed and colorful. So we're gonna see, if you know you're doing FOMO on that particular parcel, a lot of FOMO harvesting, then yeah, maybe you want to adjust kind of your decorations because you know you're gonna have a lot of FOMO harvesters on there for sure.
I'm excited for the Halloween decorations. I'm just speaking into existence.
There we go.
My ears perked up. It's like, huh?
Yeah, now we can have different like Thanksgiving, everything, you know.
Yeah, endless possibilities there.
It
And
could be
then
like
I know you,
other games have seasonal events, like now that we have decorations and stuff.
well, I know there's even some talk of one day maybe having some kind of like artist made tiles. Like that would be cool. Get like some
Yeah,
like
Shadow, whoever worked on the harvesters and reservoirs, the animations and everything really cool from level to level. It's gonna bring a lot of life to the Gotchiverse.
they look awesome
just
in that
chug
video
along.
you guys
Yeah.
video you guys put out. They look amazing.
I mean, that's how they look. They look, yeah, they look super nice.
You have them all grouped together there. I imagine, you know, in very busy districts where everybody has a ton of these things going and they're all upgraded. It's gonna look really cool walking through there. It's gonna add this like liveliness, you know, with all these animations.
It's also like the hum of industry everywhere. We're basically going through the Industrial Revolution, but for the Gotchiverse.
There's gonna be smog and pollution.
Nah, we're carbon free.
Carbon neutral. Carbon negative one day, maybe.
Alchemica run. Alchemica doesn't pollute. Gotta prepare for the liquidators. This is the preparation for war. Gotta get ready.
For war.
We're gonna have to take night shifts defending the walls.
Yeah, how is that gonna work? Is it gonna be a constant assault on the Gotchiverse? That's gonna be interesting.
That will be intense now that I think about it.
We'll have some practice rounds. We'll you know.
I'm just speaking to existence. By then, I'm gonna have a mythical or godlike hand item, so I'll be ready to smash things.
You mean 2 mythical, 2 godlikes.
Yes, just destroying
Double-handed.
everything. Yeah. But I also want it to be a non like weapon godlike, just for the flex. Like walking, I don't even know what like a standing boat. Like, what does that do for you, like in battle? I guess it would be. I mean, I could see that being really cool.
Protects you from the liquidators, man. They can't get in your boat.
Yeah, just sail
You're
away.
George Washington.
With the boat, is that one of those godlikes that there's only 5 in existence, or is it one that goes?
Aren't there only 5 of every godlike?
I thought Coder Dan said there were some godlikes that had more, up to 9.
Up to 9. I don't think there are any godlikes that have 9 though.
No, not yet. I think they've all been 5, I think.
Wow, I don't know where I heard that.
Was there one that was 3?
Ooh.
You're lagging again.
Maybe the early raffles.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this farming release is gonna be really exciting. I'm thinking I'm gonna focus on my spacious parcel and kind of build it out. Working on what kind of alchem. Well, it's gonna really depend on that VRF role. If the VRF role is really good, then I might focus on 1 or 2 different types of alchemica because I know you have to. I guess for people who don't know, you got to build a harvester for each type of alchemica. So you gotta maybe be strategic about that because get 2 good roles, maybe focus on that. I don't know. Could be a possible strategy to follow.
Yeah, I haven't busted out an Excel sheet since I was in like high school. So then I started toying around with all the numbers for how much it might cost for like an upgrade or something.
Yeah, I've already been thinking about like just the amount of work it's going to take. I'm hoping, and this is no pressure on the community devs because it's all right. But we're going to need tools like to be able to like observe, like, because if I have 80 pieces of land and I have a whole bunch of spacious and I have like 20 harvesters and reservoirs in each one, like how am I going to keep all this? And then I'm doing this for people with hundreds of pieces of land. I have to figure out a system where I'm going to be able to keep all of this information together without it being like driving me nuts, just checking every parcel, like, every amount of time. So I'm
So
sure.
you gotta hire an accountant.
Well, I am an accountant. I'm just trying to avoid doing the work. I love Excel. I used to live in Excel, but it's like, holy crap, it's going to be so much information coming in at once. And it's like, it's going to be difficult to just have them all sync up and like be ready to be emptied at once. They're going to also be kind of like, regular like altars where they can go cascading when they're ready to be used again. So it'll be trying to figure out a strategy to keep all this information in one place and to be able to like sort through it and like just observing how much yield is actually coming out of the ground also be a whole thing. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. It gives me something to do.
Well, it's slightly different than channeling because there's no real punishment if you let one cap. It just means the harvesters just stop, right? So
yeah, but that's the punishment. It's opportunity cost. I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's not really what opportunity cost is, but
well, every moment that it's not being used, that's the opportunity cost. You could have went in and emptied it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's
idle.
It's not really opportunity cost though, because like it's not one thing or another.
It is though. It's you could do the work and make the money, or you could be and forgetting to do the thing. That's the opportunity cost. That's the trade-off that you're making by not being on top of the efficient use of your land.
But you aren't losing out on anything because it just
You are. Well, by not taking the yield, you're losing. That's what I say. That's what I think. It's like it's the option of like, hey, I could go to a park or I can go an hour. You're losing if you go to the park that 1 hour of work versus the opportunity cost on the other side being maybe the enjoyment at the park.
Yeah, take the park.
Take the park.
Yeah, I think so.
It reminds me of this video where Gary Vee was like, I don't spit out my gummy because it wastes too much time. That's why I swallow it.
Ugh. Why you have an ulcer? Like,
Gross. Yeah, touch some grass. There'll be plenty of alchemica to get. You're not losing anything.
I can't wait for the purple grass in the bazaar.
You've been stacking that purple grass?
Well, I let go of some, so now I'm kind of beating myself up.
Yeah.
I saw that you let go of the hoodie too, man. I was so disappointed.
Oh yeah, Dr. Wagman should be receiving it today. He gave me a. We decided D1 reasonable.
Oh, that's nice. Is that going to be like your main parcel now, or do you have another one that's?
Yeah,
one?
yeah. So now I have 2 reasonables. I just traded up from a humble the other week. I put some grass on it and put it in the bazaar chat, and someone liked it.
Nice.
Did
That's
that
an
one
epic
reasonable that was
parcel.
on for 90 ghosts ever get sorted out?
It's
the one
weird.
that-
We're looking into it. We've had one of our devs has been like looking into it kind of part-time the last week, and it's super weird. We trying to figure out what happened to it.
I got so excited. I like sold my humble. I sold all my alchemica. I went to go buy it, and I was like, uh-oh.
Oh no.
And I see in the chat like 4 other people try it. I was like, I'm a dummy.
Yeah, we'll have to. I guess we're just gonna have to remove it. We can't really figure out what caused it to happen. It's like super strange. It's never happened before, and it never happened again. But we'll probably just remove it from the bazaar.
What item is that?
A 90 ghost
I think
reasonable.
it's parcel 2812, right? I think it is. It's a reasonable parcel for 90 ghosts.
Ah.
Yeah, I tried to buy that one a couple times. Do you think that is what, like, his humble prices have gone up, reasonable prices have gone up much? Do you think that glitched parcel is like tricking people into thinking like
That's the floor?
Yeah,
In your
it
mind?
might be. We need to, yeah, that happened before a while back. There was like a bug in the contract that we fixed, but there was like 10 items that were lower than the floor price.
Yeah, I remember one of them was the elf ears. It was at like 15 ghosts where the floor was really like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
the bazaar
GM
has a couple things. If you just go by the bazaar, then yeah, there'll be a couple issues. The bazaar subgraph, because we on the actual UI we have a couple exceptions. We should probably add those to the actual bazaar subgraph.
I've seen people do that in other games I've played where they list something for a certain price so that everyone thinks the floor is that, and then they just never actually sell it. Like in Path of Exile, there's not actually like a weighted trade between people. You actually have to like contact them and like do the trade manually. So people would just list something, a bunch of things for a certain price, make people think it was the floor, and then when someone who wasn't them would list it for that price, then they would buy it.
I know GMI got a sick deal on their parcels. I think we paid
Yeah.
for our 3 estates. We paid 111 ghosts for each reasonable for 3 of them,
Oh, what a
side by
steal.
side, side by
Yeah, that
side.
was like right at the bottom of for the market for those parcels.
Everyone in the chat, go and give this video a like. Let's try to. We specifically are trying to aim for the GameFi hashtag on YouTube for this one. Go give it a like. Let's pump the algorithm, and we're currently number 23 in GameFi. So give it a like. Maybe we can get to the top 10.
Sweet, I just left a comment.
Yeah, comment, like it. What else can you do? Share it.
Be it. Live the farmer elf life.
Download it. Watch
Uh-huh. Make derivative copies and sell them on OpenSea, and then get sued like Yuga Labs with Ryder Rips.
Yeah, he's pretty bold for that.
Yeah, actually today, Hefe, you can speak to this. Isn't there going to be a little bit of a IP discussion from a certain summoner of interested in speaking during your summit about
Jesse?
IP issues?
Yes, Jesse Goldencross is going to be speaking. He's going to actually open up with a keynote speech at the summit. So right after when this hangout ends, why don't we actually drop the GMI invite link in the chat right now? People can head over to GMI at the end of this hangout, and we'll kick off with Jesse's talk on IP and just general like licensing and agreements with doing things in the Gotchiverse and with Pixelcraft.
Yep, I'm on it now.
Sick. Yeah, so definitely be around for that, and then we're gonna kick off from there, and then right after that, Parcel is gonna be presenting, and Parcel is it's a tool to scale DAO like financial operations, kind of a way to compensate DAO contributors, and so I think they have a whole like payment system around that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to say about that. And then we kick off with the Guild Summit main event. So, and then after that, there's much more. You definitely want to stay tuned. But yeah, that's kind of the general start of it. Oh, and then we have DJ Super Paul too, who's gonna do a little live set. I've actually never heard his work, so kind of looking forward to that actually.
Fun.
Have you guys heard anything from DJ Super Paul yet? He's a Gotchi Gang member. I've seen him on Twitter a lot, but never actually heard any of his music.
I don't think I've heard his music either.
Yeah, DJ Super Paul, if you're in this chat, in this hangout here, drop a link to some stuff that you made. We have a lot of Gotchi musicians, so be interesting.
Does anybody know how many fountains have been minted?
If you go on OpenSea, I think you can check. I think it's about 40 from what I've seen.
I think last I heard was like 38 or something, 37. But
That's 30% of that Alchemica goes to Goobs, you said, right?
Yep, the part from Pixelcraft will go to Goobs.
That's dope. Man, I tell you what, man, nobody deserves it more than my man with the Gotchi shoes.
does the fountain have a tier? Like, is it legendary? Is it mythical? Does it count as something specific?
It's grand.
Is it upgradable?
No.
Oh, I want to make it grander.
Alpha spews from the top and just drenches you in alpha.
Yeah. I mean, not
It's
currently.
fake,
It's
though.
not actually upgradable. Maybe so in the future, if there's a ornate fountain, maybe it could be upgradable.
I want to catch a pool.
I'm just listening to DJ Super Paul right now. Definitely check out that SoundCloud. His music is dope. I'm surprised he only has 150 people following him on SoundCloud, but make it 151.
Hidden gems.
Yeah, hidden gems, man. Definitely.
That's what Aavegotchi is. It's a hidden gem.
It's a hidden gem with hidden gems inside of it.
Yeah, it really is.
With more hidden gems hidden inside those.
With hidden gems that you can pick up.
All starts from a diamond contract.
And if you eat enough gummies in New York, you'll see the hidden gems in real life.
Actually, I might be back in New York for a week in August to dog sit a dog. I mean, just to sit a dog. I wouldn't dog sit a dog. That seems repetitive.
When's the next Gotchi Gang meetup there, Coder Dan?
Meetup.
HCC, if Moon's on the call, maybe, or Let's Go Bankless, they're doing something. I'm not really sure. There's going to be some merch, though. A little bit of merch.
That's
A little
Is
awesome.
it
bit
going to
of
be in any
some
specific
swag.
country or?
It's in Paris. UCC
Oh, nice.
is happening like what 2-3 days from now.
Yeah.
Paris.
With all the rules now, I'll have to check to see if I can get in.
Yeah. And then after that, I don't know. Maybe I think that's the last event for that. Well, yeah, we haven't scheduled anything after that.
That's an event for an event. I was wondering if we're going to just do a Gotchi Gang event by itself. That doesn't have an event around it.
In Nashville.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You said in
GMI is
Nashville?
working on that too.
I'm working on trying to start some like crypto meetups here, because in Nashville apparently I've gone to like meetup.com. There's like an ETH group, but it's been inactive since 2019. So I'm gonna apply to become a Polygon advocate, and then try to become a Chainlink ambassador, and then just start networking the hell out of whatever crypto community exists here.
That'd be dope. You could have Aavegotchi seminars on DAOs and crypto and charge $500 a seat.
Yeah. Well, first I just want to get them in the same room with me so we can nerd the hell out of Polygon, and then we can, then the pitch is easy because it's like, hey, you're into Chainlink. Look at this thing that's actively using it. Like, there's not many projects using it well. Like even the Cool Cats yesterday announced that they're doing a raffle using milk tokens to buy raffle tickets, because they need syncs, and it'll allow you to, the winners will get, I think, unminted Cool Cats. But they're just starting to catch up with stuff that we've been doing for a long time.
All you have to say is we have Sergey's beard and plaid T-shirt.
Yeah.
Of a tokenized blue plaid shirt that you can buy. Be sold out. Sold
You
out.
get one for attending the event.
You can't
get this-
find blue plaid shirts anywhere, man. It's like Sergey holds the whole supply. You can't find it.
Is that like, does he wear anything else? Is it always just plaid?
Yeah, it's always been a blue plaid shirt since like the early pictures, and it's kind of become like a symbolic part of like Chainlink.
He's on his Steve Jobs type thing. But
Yeah.
what's kind of weird is sometimes he changes the patterns of the blue plaid. We don't know why. But every
He
time he
just-
changes it, like the exact flannel sells out on the website every time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was thinking what mine's gonna be. I wear sandals all the time. It's like maybe I'll just be one day I'll be known for my sandals.
For me, for you,
It's a specific knockoff Birkenstock brand of Chinese sandal. They are so comfortable. They are amazing.
That
It was
company's
like,
gonna blow up when Aavegotchi does.
yeah. You gotta
I
go
know.
out and got branded edition.
I bought
I'm
like
interested. I'm a sandal
10
man.
years supply of these sandals. Because I don't want them to go out of business or like sandals and saddle chairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when the Coder Dan branded saddle chair.
I would buy the
he's-
Aavegotchi saddle chair. I would buy that.
What about the
Yeah.
Aavegotchi theme park?
That's called the Gotchi verse, but we'll have to really work hard to manifest that into reality.
Yeah, 10 years from now, though, when Aavegotchi is the biggest game in the world, and
We need
they build
we need a
whole
TV
theme
show
park
first.
around it.
We'll
We
do
got
the movie.
multiple TV shows.
Yep. We'll do the TV show, then the movie. Should it be TV show and then movie, or movie and then TV show? What do you guys think? And then amusement park.
Movie and then the TV show.
Nah,
Yeah,
I always
people
feel like
hyped.
those are kind of played out. I feel like the TV show should be first, and then once people are really into the TV show, we hit the movie.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you start with the book and then ruin both the movie and the television, because then everybody's gonna say, "Doesn't compare to the book."
Follow suit with every other book.
Then you get the Aavegotchi book maxis versus the movie maxis.
We'll talk with Jeff Bezos. I'm sure he'll pick it up. Yeah, Goobs. I think
Richard Hart.
actually Goobs has a good comment comic. You start with the comic book, then the comic book becomes either the TV show or the series or the movie.
That would be dope. I would buy the comic.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do something like that. Gutter Cat Gang did that. These Gutter Cat Gang comics, the NFT version of the comic. But then what they did was you can burn one version to get a printed version. But what you could also do is like for each edition, there were 3 of them. See if I got 2 of the same one, I can burn both of them and they get a hologram edition. And then I can burn the hologram edition, like the NFT for the actual hologram physical. So it creates this like, just crazy burn feature because the more you burn, the higher the tier of the comic book that you get printed.
But is the comic book good? That's my.
It's only
Would
based
it
on
be
the
a
cover.
EPM
I
plus
haven't actually
comic
read the
book?
inside. Say that again?
I said, is it going to be like an adult version or like is it going to be like a kid's version of the show?
Well, it's from theirs. They just showed you the cover, and the cover was like fit their Gutter Cat Gang branding, so it was like a gang fight essentially. So it's probably going to be adult. But I haven't seen the inside of the book. I just burnt the NFTs to get them shipped to me. I'm still waiting.
What about the
something like
Aavegotchi?
Aavegotchi would be really cool.
Would that be more like adultish or kiddish if they made a TV show?
Oh, it's gonna be. I mean, it'll definitely be kid friendly. Like gotchis and liquidators. I mean.
Yeah, but when you make sacrifices and everything, it sounds kind of cool too.
But that also can be used to teach children. Like think of all like sacrifice. You can artfully do it so it doesn't like convey that the gotchi's dead, but that it's moved on to somewhere else. Namely into my spirit force, which is like when I think spirit force, I think stomach for some reason. Like my crypto is in the gotchi stomach. I guess we have a pocket, but is it on the left or the right side? Does the gotchi get one-sided if you put too much into the pocket, or is it more
Isn't
like
it in their? Isn't it in their third eye? It's like in your forehead.
Actually, yeah. It's like it's in that chakra up there.
Yeah. What is it called? Friend this summer says lemniscate, I believe is the word they uses for that.
That's the symbol of the polygon. That's the. I had to look that up too. I didn't know that symbol had that name. Yeah, the infinity sign. It's apparently called a lemniscate.
Yeah, I thought it was just the whatever the gem in the head or the
same.
Yeah, I was doing a fun game. I would take a shot every time Friendless Summer said the word lemniscate.
How drunk did you get?
But you get pretty drunk if you did that.
Yeah, did you get home okay?
The 9 adepts. That's gonna be exciting when that gets turned into something with a visual element.
That could be the first book.
Yeah, or like a comic book, or I was thinking even like a short animated clip kind of thing. That's kind of what we were we were throwing around. So there'll be something coming out probably the next couple months. Gotta talk to Friendless Summer and see where they're at with that. But
That's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be
Well,
dope.
I think that ties into the Guild Summit a little bit because it's about the organization of our DAO so that we can execute contracts in real life. So that's the next step for GMI to make that the big thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. To make us ourselves an official organization, so we can actually work like more on an official basis. It
Yeah.
kind of ties in. Like I'm really looking forward to Jesse's talk this morning because it's gonna give me background on that as well. I don't know a whole lot about that sort of thing, so it'll be good to hear from him on that. And then also we'll probably have to do our own research and figure out how we're gonna make that work, but. We definitely want to play a big role in that sense, right? With content production, and community engagement, throwing events, that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's the Wyoming has that DAO structure that could be interesting. There's a ton of different ways to do it, but If you're in the U.S., Wyoming could be interesting.
Yeah, because you get the
Why do you
LLC
say that?
protection now, right?
That was it Colorado. That was Wyoming.
It's Wyoming.
Actually. Yeah.
What exactly do they do for DAOs, or what did they like vote on?
It just gives you a real life, like a real world entity that's still a DAO, and you have like U.S. jurisdiction. I'm sure there's like a lot of things you can't do. Like you probably can't. I don't even know if you can issue a token, but
Can you get insured?
well, you can like make partnerships with other businesses, like Pixelcraft. You could say Pixelcraft could have a legally binding relationship between like us and a DAO.
That'd
Whereas
be cool.
if it's just like you versus like you have a contract with Pixelcraft, there's some things that are harder to do, and it's better just to have on like a legal doc.
Do you have to live there full time, or can you just start one there?
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't looked into it that much.
Hey, that might be a business to do. Like move to Wyoming, set up residence, and then in that residence, like make it a like where a whole bunch of companies incorporate. Like people
Yeah,
do that in the islands.
they found one of those in Delaware, and it had like 450 companies attached to this one like random house. It was like Microsoft. There was like all these other companies that kind of set up like mini subsidiaries in this like one address under this one address. It was
Yeah,
kind of
when I
funny.
worked at Morgan Stanley, I was doing international tax accounting, like tax structures, and I would like at the very beginning when I started, it was like calling and setting up check the box entities in the Cayman Islands. So making these entities that they would like, I guess, book losses in and then offset other income from different parts of the world. But it'd be just calling, and every day it'd be the same address, same PO box, everything, and we were just putting hundreds of companies into this one place in the Cayman Islands.
I wonder if Puerto Rico will allow DAOs to be formed there, because then you could not only not pay taxes, but then have your DAO as well.
I mean, even more of a reason to have an accounting structure within your DAO, I guess, right? Especially if you have contributors like content creators coming in as free agents. Maybe you have people who are not associated with the DAO at all, but are coming to do work and expect some sort of compensation. Or, maybe long-term agreements like between guilds or DAOs for like micropayments. Even we're talking about district DAOs, right? Eventually forming in the Gotchiverse. What if they have to do trades amongst themselves, to coordinate for events like the Great Battle? We're gonna need like good accounting tools and ways to do that. So maybe Parcel might be able to offer us some insights on that. So we'll definitely have to stay tuned for that as well. That's going to be at the Guild Summit, by the way. Definitely want to stay tuned for that.
Yep. We're
Is
gonna
that
add the UI will come up for that in about 30 minutes.
I was gonna just
So-
ask. Yeah, perfect. That's
Mhm.
gonna be awesome. Because we want to get as many people possible, even if you don't plan on staying for the whole summit event, even if you're not actually planning to attend for the whole thing. Definitely come check out the keynote speech and the intro, and come hang out on the parcel. Let's see if we can get all 170 gotchis in here to come on our parcel and make for like an epic picture with a couple chat bubbles, and take a couple screenshots of that. I think it's going to be memorable to do something like that. Test out that button feature too and see how well, let's stress test that button. Where's the GMI parcel? That is District 12. Someone had posted the coordinates earlier in the chat. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. OXZ5 on.
Dan, Quarter Dan. Hey, is there any like inside info you got on like Polygon? Because I know you guys like work really close with them. Like, I noticed things have been pumping with them, and Avi too as well. So
Well, Avi's talking about starting their own stablecoin.
Go.
Polygon's got so many things going on. I mean, they're moving on like literally on all cylinders firing. There's always something happening with Polygon. They have so many products that are going to be shipping like in the next half a year, 3 months. Yeah, the Disney news is I mean that's obviously huge. There's been all sorts of partnerships recently. The Instagram, Meta, Disney, the ZK EVM.
what about like with the gaming on the back end in Polygon? I mean, it just seems like it's just going so big, and you guys are the first movers. So I just think, especially with all the talk about how, they're going to be working with DAOs and pushing DAOs, and I just think that's really big for Aavegotchi with Polygon.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be exploring some of the new tech that they have coming out, like the SuperNet, the ZK. It's pretty advanced tech, so it takes definitely will take some bandwidth to really learn how to use that and potentially consider like a migration over to that one day. But that would be, if we could have all of Aavegotchi running on a ZK, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I know that the ZK has like a very high requirement for the device that it's running on.
Yeah, things
So
come pretty quick though with this community, you know what I mean, and the space. So maybe it'll happen a lot sooner than we think.
Did they end up sending you guys the Matic for the program?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we
That's
we
sweet.
received the LP thing, and I know they closed it recently. They closed it down, but I think we did receive it.
You guys receive like the staking rewards from that, or how does that work?
It's like they were supposed to. It's supposed to like incentivize liquidity. I mean, it really wasn't that much. It was like 50K, I think, which goes very quickly for LP and all that. So we're planning to use it once we enable more token dropping in the Gotchiverse. We're planning to have some fun with it there. It's a pretty big update to be able to support all different types of tokens in the Gotchiverse, but that's definitely something we have on the roadmap.
What are your thoughts on making that Matic possibly a little like little micro payments of Matic if you win in the arena battles? Like if you like defeat your opponent, you get like a little bit of Matic or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of opportunities for, I mean, the gaming part of this, we've been more heavily focused on the FI part, but the game part, we're talking like the next half of this year, it's pretty much all game focused at this point now. We've shipped the FI part with the farming release, and now it's just time to sit back and ship some fun game stuff. Like that's the next half of the year is just like all game related traits, battling, questing, dungeons,
Heck yeah.
arena. It's like we're really gonna go hard on the game part of Gamify.
Oh, the weapons are finally gonna get their true use case.
Yep.
With the arena, will the arena battling, or because I guess you guys are like emulating your thing, is it going to be a turn-based battling system, or is it going to be like because I figure like Aavegotchi in the Gotchiverse we can move around dynamically, so I'm figuring it's going to be more like a fight like that versus like a card game almost.
No turn-based.
Oh hell no, no. I mean, trading card games are fine, but it's not what we're doing. We're doing live, real-time action, baby. No auto battlers.
The full deal.
Screw auto battlers, man.
It's
This is
funny
like the
because
most.
like even like games like Illuvium that are like
Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar companies are investing in them. They're planning to do an auto battler for their like main launch.
It's
Well,
like
they
I
have,
know. I'm like you guys are just you're literally you have all these amazing graphics, but at the end of the day, your game is just like you're gonna just sit there and watch the things battle. It's so boring.
I
well, their
was
game is
looking.
kind of twofold. It has an RPG element plus the auto battler. Like it's not just like TFT. Or
Yeah, but I mean, their first launch isn't it like basically an auto battler from all the videos I've seen, and it's like you kind of you set your guys there and they fight for you.
I mean that's the combat portion, but like I said, like you have to go out and like actually capture the alluvials, and that part is an
Right.
RPG world where you can like where you have a character like in like World of Warcraft and you're moving around doing quests and stuff like that.
It's like a Pokemon. Like I see that more of like a Pokemon kind of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a pretty good idea of
Yeah,
how it would work. Yeah.
Coder Dan,
different
do you still
styles.
have that Kevin? That Pixelmon Kevin?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Got rugged so hard on Kevin. What are you gonna do?
Kevin
Oh,
I
came
could
man.
and went real
two
quick.
X, but I held it for it's probably 90% down right now. I don't know. One day maybe.
I bought it. I bought a Kevin derivative called Kevin Wow, and they're worthless. But
Yeah.
someone in the collection put the floor price at 50 ETH. So somebody put one up, so it's throwing off all of my MetaLink and Zapperfy because it's showing the floor. You know, the amount in my portfolio is 100 ETH higher than what it should be because of the stupid like derivative.
Even the Kevin Gotchi is getting pretty good engagement right now.
That's funny. But yeah, someone was asking earlier, what's the next big thing on the dev roadmap? And traits, yeah. We're gonna you guys might have seen the little video today. I don't know, I think everyone probably missed the alpha in that video. Everyone thought it was about the liquidators, but actually it wasn't. It was about something else.
Which video is this? Did I miss this video?
Yeah, probably.
Dang. Okay.
See if you guys can see the alpha.
Actually, I'll take a break from farming and check this out. Is it on the Aavegotchi Twitter?
Yeah. I posted it about 5 hours ago, I think.
Somewhere in the Gotchiverse. Hannibal's walking along. Oh no, a liquidator. Run.
Oh, did you speed up with like some AP or something?
Yeah, look, watch carefully so you can see what's happening. The health bar going down. But he's not getting attacked. What's happening?
Ah. But that Gotchi's naked, right? So it's not a trait from a wearable, it's a trait, just a trait.
Yep, Jared hit it on the nail there. Sprinting. This was actually taken in the game. That was not like an anime. The liquidator was animated.
No.
But the actual Gotchi, that's in the game right now. We haven't shipped it this week because we didn't want to break anything before this hangout. But sprinting is coming.
Once you add sprinting, I mean, obviously, like there's no without liquidators or something to actually kill you, there's no downside. But once you add something like that, collecting Alchemica gets slightly more interesting because then you're actually like controlling something that could help you beat someone else to the keck that falls. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's gonna that and also like inertia eventually once that gets added in, those will actually help humans play against bots, I think. Unless I mean the guys who develop the bots will be able to add stuff like that in, but it gets more and more complicated for them to perfect that kind of logic. Like, because especially with sprinting, because it's if you get too low, you got to wait for it to recharge, and so their bot might use all their HP and then not be able to sprint very effectively for a while.
So with this sprinting that you have here, I remember during one of the play drop tests when we were testing combat, the different levels of Gotchi affected health. Will the different levels of Gotchi, like a higher level Gotchi, have more health, therefore it could sprint longer?
Yeah, this is all. I think it's in chapter 3 of the Bible. Like this is kind of what we're starting to confirm with the traits now. So
But
higher.
I just meant, like, was it ready for that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we're gonna be iteratively rolling out and like testing the traits with you guys. So sprinting, we'll probably turn it on for a hangout and see how it goes and see what the feedback is. I would say probably by next week's hangout we'll have it going. And then the traits of the Gotchi won't be part of that. All the Gotchi will be the same, but we'll kind of get to get a feel for sprinting. And
Yeah, I think. Sorry, there was
yes,
just a question in the chat. Does the sprinting drain your HP? Is that right?
right. So sprinting will drain your HP down to a certain level, and then you also have HP regen as well. So AP is more for attacking and doing spells and support stuff or teleporting, and then HP will be for the sprinting.
So Flame's asking an interesting question. A lot of games, when you have regen, either AP or HP in this case, and you're in combat or you're spending it, the regen stops. Is that going to happen in Aavegotchi, or is the regen going to persist through combat?
It'll most likely persist. I don't think we have made that decision. It could be something worth looking into for sure, though.
Because, like, in theory, your regen is so high that even if you're taking damage, you aren't really taking damage.
The regen, it's not going to be extremely high. Like it won't be something that it'll be there, but it's not like you would be invincible versus like a level 1 Gotchi. I think the Gotchi would probably still do a little bit more damage. But like if you have very, very high regen, you've like invested all of your skill points into it, you'll definitely be pretty resistant to like low level damage. But yeah, it's an interesting point. Could be worth considering.
I remember in Path of Exile, like, there was different kinds of health. There was one called like just health, and another one that was energy shield. And energy shield didn't regen for a certain amount of time after taking damage. So there was actually modifiers to change that too, so you can make it start regenning quicker after combat. So yeah, it is something to consider.
Yeah.
Coder Dan, for the claiming of reservoirs, we were talking about this yesterday on District 420. Previously, we were talking about eventually when traits come into play that the Gotchi's carrying capacity will kind of come into play because they'll have to get to the Alchemica to a vortex. I'm assuming that when we start with our farming, when we claim the Alchemica, it's just going to go straight to our wallet, right? Not to the Gotchi's pocket.
If it's a borrowed Gotchi, it'll still go to the Gotchi pocket.
Ah, okay, so that's good to know. So you'll still have to claim it after.
Yep.
Wait, it wouldn't act like channeling where like there's like kind of two different pockets, right? There's like the pocket and then there's like the in-game pocket, right?
Yeah, the loot, we call that the loot bag.
Okay, so
The
but
loot
it goes
bag
to
it goes to the on-chain Gotchi pocket.
yeah, so you wouldn't have to claim it like
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
vortex.
yeah, you don't have to do yeah, exactly. You don't have to go to the vortex.
But I mean, claim it like through the smart contract, like the batch claim Gotchi lending.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so like, well, then that means that if I use a Rent-A-Gotchi and I clean out a reservoir, the split that I have set up for the rentals, what our split will be on that Alchemica, correct?
So yeah, if you have a reservoir and your gotchi that you borrowed goes and empties that reservoir because you gave it permission to do that, the Alchemica, it's gonna the Alchemica that would go to the owner, the portion that isn't spilled over, will go to the gotchi pocket, and then when you end the gotchi lending, it's gonna get split between the scholar, the player, and you. So you might want to think about what kind of ratio you're setting there. If it's like 100% to the borrower, then you're not going to get any Alchemica from your reservoir.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as channeling, right?
What's that?
I was just saying it's the same thing as channeling right now, right?
That's right, yeah. Except, I mean, with channeling, it's basically free Alchemica, whereas with the parcel, it's limited quantity. It's something to just you might want to factor that into your gotchi lending rate. Like we might see a change in the market depending on. That's probably something you would want to have like a player that you're more familiar with helping you do that.
Yeah, because that's what I plan on doing with my clients, like setting a like a rate. But I was planning on just using. I guess I could set up one of their gotchis for a specific, like this gotchi is the reservoir emptying gotchi, and we have a specific whitelist for that with specific rentals. And I just go to their land to empty reservoirs with that gotchi that has the predetermined term.
Or you could just change one of the gotchis out after you did all the channeling, and then change, like, if the percentage was different, maybe you could just change out that one rental to do the other things.
Yeah, or I could just use my own gotchi and then, that's a little harder actually. It's better if I rent your gotchi and set up the rental to the terms. Yeah, so I can do the channel, then set up a rental, claim it back, and then set up another rental.
Yeah, and you only have to do that for one gotchi, and then run around with that same gotchi and do all the empty.
Yeah, because then that'll make the accounting very easy. It'll be easy to see, hey, this gotchi hit all your land. Our splits are taken care of trustlessly. We don't have to worry about it as long as the only thing you have to know is that I actually did it.
Yep.
So
You
Dan,
didn't do it. You didn't do it for like a month. I thought I was getting money.
That was well. Sometimes I forget to claim every day, so it looks like, but it's in your gotchi just sitting there, and then I'll realize, oh, I didn't claim for 3 days, and then I'll claim. And it's like, oh crap, I have all this Alchemica.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been working pretty good though. No future. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Dan, how is it going to work when say you borrow a gotchi and the borrower gets, I don't know, say 30%, whatever, and then you also let that person channel on or collect from your reservoir, but the collection rate is at 10%. Like, how do the two different percentages work together?
You mean the collection? We haven't added that collection rate in yet. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes out, like how are the two different percentages going to work in tandem?
So that collection rate, believe it would go directly to the owner of the gotchi, so the borrower directly. It wouldn't go to the gotchi pocket. So there'd be a couple of different ones. There'd be the rate that goes directly to the owner of the gotchi that's doing the channeling or the claiming. Then there would be the part that goes to the borrower, which is the gotchi pocket part, and then there'd be the part that goes to you, the owner, which is also related to the gotchi borrowing part.
Hello, back on Coder Day.
So what?
Is there any talk of like turning the spillover, or like maybe a time frame that you guys might turn that back on?
Well, the DAO has voted to turn it off, so we're not gonna make a unilateral decision on that. That needs to be.
There's more spillover when it comes to like the reservoir and everything else, right? So that won't be on as well.
No, that was part of the original proposal. It
Okay.
even I think it even mentioned with the farming release coming up, do we want to have spillover on for it? And the vote was pretty strongly no, we don't want to have spillover on as without any other sort of guardrails like cartridges or just other ways of preventing unlimited accounts from joining the game. There is a good discussion happening on cartridges in the DAO right now. Worth checking out. Yeah, we're basically trying to work on the distribution of cartridges at this point, and had an interesting idea related to those, which is in the original proposal, a cartridge, or sorry, a console was every month it would generate one cartridge, even if it's level 1. But there's one way we could maybe do it, which would be only leveled up consoles would start generating. So you'd actually have to level it up from level 1 to level 2 to start generating a cartridge, which would significantly reduce the inflation of cartridges, which means that we could have a bigger upfront airdrop of cartridges because the inflation rate would be much smaller. So we could potentially do one cartridge to every gotchi, like 25,000 cartridges all at once. And we kind of see what happens with it. And the inflation rate wouldn't be as high because people actually need to level their console up to start minting new cartridges.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Because that was one of the hangups that people had was, well, like we bought a gotchi, and so we should have at least maybe one cartridge for each gotchi,
Yeah.
in to be able to rent it out to a player. So that kind of fixes that in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Should be, we are 30 minutes away from the event now, so we should be getting that UI coming up on the Gotchiverse pretty soon. Let me ping the team and see if that's going out.
Hey everyone, how's things?
Hey.
How you doing,
Yeah.
sir?
Very good,
Hey.
very good. I missed the first half of the call, unfortunately. I'll listen on the replay, but any amazing alpha I missed out on or anything?
Farmer Alf.
Wait, when did you get here? Did you just get here?
About 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, something on it.
I think the sprinting is the biggest thing that's been leaked today.
I thought it was Coder Dan talking about his flip flops being his Steve Jobs wearable.
That was the
Sandals.
alpha for me.
Sandals, yes.
I'm still trying to get a name
Chinese
brand.
knockoff Birkenstock sandals, baby. Comfortable. No break-in period, but you get the same Birkenstock feel.
Yeah, that's the real alpha.
Yeah, that's definitely alpha. Unfortunately, I already got the sprinting one. I posted a mem, but at the time, but yeah, that clearly was nothing compared to the Sandals.
Well, we're going to be
That could be the
trying
name.
out this portal drop pretty soon, so that's the next alpha. Actually, the biggest alpha is coming in the next hour when we get this presentation from Jesse.
Is it going to be recorded, by the way? You guys going to post it on YouTube later?
Yes. We will be streaming to GMI and then reposting everywhere.
Oh, other gotchis have found. Well, I've been picking up the spillover just because I don't gotchis around. There were two. One of them just walked away, but they're coming from my account. I gotta.
Let me find a picture of these sandals for you guys. These are all closed. It's like they stopped selling the sandals. This is why I got 10-year supply of these things. You don't know. One season they might just be like, you know what, we're not going to do sandals anymore.
A
So
10-year supply.
Some people put, like get dry reserves of food. Coder Dan has a backup sandal game.
There was a streamer I watched who did that with keyboards and mice. He found one he liked, and he just bought a shit ton of them.
There's there's a certain brand of Japanese chalk that like physics professors will hoard. You guys know about that?
Oh, no, that's cool.
Hoard it because they don't make it anymore, right? I think I read something about that.
Yeah, I think it's actually yeah. Let me see. Japanese chalk, or it's like for physics professors. Yeah, chalk hoarding. Why? This is great. Why the world's best mathematicians are hoarding chalk?
It's like the sponge episode of Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who
to keep her
uses
sponges.
chalk? The best mathematicians in the world use chalk, apparently.
Oh man, there's nothing better than chalk for a good brainstorming session on your blackboard.
Is that what it's called these days? Chalk. Okay, cool, nice.
What is it called in Australia?
What do you guys
Yeah,
call
what's it called?
it? Powder. The powder stick.
Powder
That sounds like you're gonna get high as fuck on it.
Or it's like a deodorant brand of some sort. Powder stick.
Be sure with powder stick.
Now, what do you guys actually call it though?
No, I was just making a reference to other sort of powder. Someone worked it out. I'm having visions of dusters flying around the classroom back from a long time ago when I was at school.
Smacking them together, smacking the erasers together.
Yeah, definitely. And by the way, doesn't everyone buy everything in bulk? Like, I think I bought only three, but I probably wanted 5 or 10 new diving shoes for scuba diving. I bought, I think, about 8 pairs of other shoes, hiking shoes, things like that. If I find one good one, you got to buy in bulk because you never know when they're going under.
That's right.
No, I don't do that.
That's if people can afford to buy in bulk. With inflation, I don't know these days.
Well, that's why you should have bought in bulk before, so that you would have avoided the inflation.
Yeah, you could resell it right now.
Storage too, right? Or you put 15 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, that's enough.
About 10 years ago, when the Aussie dollar was about 105 or 106 to the US, I think I bought like 22 pairs of shoes. And even at the moment, I've still got, I think, 6 or 7 pairs that I opened just in the last few weeks, just to finish off that whole batch of shoes, because why not? Every now and again, you feel like a pair of shoes. So I just go to the cupboard and buy myself a brand new pair of shoes. So, yeah.
What kind of shoes, if you don't mind me asking?
DC's, Keen hiking shoes, Columbia's, all sorts of stuff.
Very cool.
But yeah, I think the place I got it from had a 25% off sale. Aussie to US was like 107 or 105, something like just crazy, and I just went nuts. I went, how can I not?
Yeah, see, now I'll try to buy 2 of everything if I perfect size for a laptop. I can move around with it. But I had to buy 2 because one is the sweat version for when I'm just like moving around like on my bike or something, and I have to wash it like every so often, versus like the I'm going out at night version. It's black, it's clean, but same bag, 2 copies, and it's a good brands. I feel like with those 2, that should last me for a while. But I do similar things with photography equipment. Like right now, I have the tripod that I use is a carbon fiber tripod. It was like $1,300 just for the legs, but it's gonna last for 30 years. So I don't have to, unless I go into like -5 degrees and bang it, it's going to last forever. So, if you can get something great up front and hold it for a long time, it's a good way to go.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Very nice. I'm very jealous. Carbon fiber. I love a camera gear as well.
Yeah, it's super light. Like this thing can hold like 40 pounds. The head on it for the camera was another like 1,400, not 14, $400 just for the head. But it can hold 40 pounds. If you're going on hikes, it only weighs like 2 pounds, so it's like nothing. And the camera equipment is so much heavier than the tripod. But for traveling, it's easy. You can break it down very easily. It's a really good tripod. Gitto.
Yeah, awesome, man. Awesome. Well, if I hadn't spent my whole investing future on shoes in the last few weeks, I would buy one.
You bought the shoe dip, I see.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
and with inflation, who knows what stuff's going to cost in a little while. So, you know. And and heaps of shoe places are going under or you know, or just struggling and changing their business models, changing sizes, or
man.
whatever.
You're scaring me. I think I need more. Do I need to get just like a year supply of these things?
Bulk order of hot winds.
Did we officially just cause a run on sandals?
Let me put my referral link into Amazon into the chat, shall I?
I prefer not to run in sandals.
2022.
It's a great sandal pump of 2022.
Don't run in sandals. You'll get hurt.
Wait, so you're saying you're calling them sandals, but like I use shower shoes. With the sandal, is it like one that your foot's like mostly enclosed, back part on your ankle that kind of holds it more like a shoe, or is it like open and it's easy to slip your foot out?
So these are actually, they don't have, the ones I wear don't have anything at the back. You just kind of slip your foot in.
Yeah, so you don't want to run in those.
Yeah, I can't. There's like the ones that you can kind of run. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to be running from the police or in the hot winds, but there's also ones that have like the ones I like, you just like slip your foot in. There's other ones that have like an area for your like big toe. I don't like those. It's like too much fiddling around with the big toe there.
Yeah,
but
so these are not
nice.
these are not the sandals to run from a liquidator sprint on.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
They're basically like flip flops in that sense.
I love the Nike slides.
Yeah, these are more like, I guess they're kind of like slides. I guess that's.
Yep, that's my style. Nothing between my toes, no straps, none of that crap. Just foot in and out.
I used to have, I guess they were sandals. They were like kind of biking, where it's like it went around the back, but it was strong enough that you could bike and still like put pressure on the pedals. But it was comfortable because you're just getting a breeze on your foot all day.
Do you play drums in sandals?
When I'm drumming, I'll usually be barefoot.
Nice.
I don't like having,
I drum in sandals. I haven't gone barefoot yet, but
I gotta get a drum kit again. I miss it so much.
It's probably not good to drum in sandals.
Minutes here. I'm gonna head into the Guild Summit here.
Ooh, I'm just tweeting that out right now.
See what's popping.
Hey, just a quick question. If I withdrew Alchemica to the Vortex and it's not showing up in my activity section, and it happened about 10 minutes ago, I see it says withdrawals delayed longer than 5 minutes will go to your wallet. Is it common to not show up in my activity section too?
Did the Alchemica like get deducted from your loot bag?
Yeah, I'm assuming it went to my wallet. It just probably won't show up in the activity section.
Yeah.
Check on history on DBank in a few minutes. Usually takes a few minutes to update, but that's usually pretty cool to see what's going on with the wallet.
Oh, sweet.
I think it normally does show up in activity. So I would try refreshing, see if it shows up there. But I mean, I would also just check your wallet, see if it's there.
This is cool. This is the first event, like the first official event, pretty much in the Gotchi verse. Really, really cool.
Yeah, I just sent a tweet that they're out from GMI's channel there, so we can even spread the word on Twitter and have people on our parcel join us. Let's stress
Yeah.
test this button right here.
Awesome, congrats. Woohoo! First event. Nice.
And feeling honored for it to be GMI. This is awesome to get this recognition that we're an organization, you know, trying to you know, create cool events like this in the Gotchiverse, and this is going to be the first of many. So definitely want to see more stuff like this in the future for sure.
And then eventually in real life events with GMI, which
GotchiCon.
Yeah.
When GotchiCon? Oh, look at all the people popping in. Sick. I wish I would have spent some time last night to pick out my summit outfit. I'm wearing the Aave suit, and I just brought a raffle to the party. So
I figured you were gonna come with Dr. Ventman.
I was, but you know he's junior. He's not ready for this kind of event. He's
Yeah,
like
it's the pond time, baby.
50.
Sonya's
kinship.
looking ready.
Yeah.
He's got his gentleman's hat and nice vest there. Nice little martini.
Is this a no shirt, no shoes, no service kind of event, or can you show up naked?
You want to bring your finest garbs.
Just run the script real quick.
Oh, Choina's asking, so I should definitely mention this detail. Let me drop the link right here. This is the actually I'll grab it. It's I'll drop the link here for people who want to, well, it's mainly for people who are going to be speaking at the summit because we are live streaming it. ZombieShepherd's going to drop the link once he is live streaming it, and we'll get people to head over into the GMI channel. In the meantime, let me create that invite here.
Okay, cool. You're on that.
Yeah. I got an invite. So
Look at that.
This is the summit chat right here. We are, because we want people to allow, you know, presenters to have the ability to share their screen. It is going to be an open room, so we just ask everybody who's joining keep their mic muted, unless you're actually going to be a presenter. And we have a couple people who will be managing the room as well. So Jeffrey, just hop in there, and once we kick off for the summit, we'll start off with Jesse's speech. Probably, you know, just shortly after. We'll have DJ Super Paul going playing in the room, so that'll be interesting. And then yeah, you can hang out on the GMI parcel. Use that button. I like that sus butterfly there. Crazy bit. Crazy bit. Yeah.
I'll be there at Salt Bay. I got my sus butterfly as well.
Nice.
But I'm just Chemica on the way there.
Leonardo Degacci.
Gotchi Emperor, you took back Salt Bay, right?
Yeah, he's the only one I'm running around with right now, so that's who I'm going to be there as, Salt Bay. So,
Okay, yeah, no, because I was running a script, and for some reason, Salt Bay it's failing because Salt Bay actually isn't rented to me right now, so I just got to delete that.
Yep, my bad.
No worries.
It's the only guy, you know, I was like, I'll use Salt Bay. I tried to do that fountain last night, but obviously there's no fountains yet, so I was like, I want to post it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I hope a bunch more fountains are minted for Goobs.
Yeah, I second that totally. Back in the goobs.
How's that raffle going to go for the NFTs?
Just a quick one. Did many of the actual items get sold really cheaply, so like bought back for him type thing? I think there was a bit of chat about that. Did that end up sort of happening, or was that didn't really happen?
It was crazy. We were actually chatting with the hacker in the Gotchi verse, and he did sell a lot of the items for like pretty low prices, and people bought them, and I think most of them found their way back to Goobs. But we were able to. Who was it that was doing the negotiating? But someone was able to negotiate him to
Harambe.
actually. Yeah, Harambe. It was like the value was probably 20,000-30,000 ghosts. He was able to get the dude down to 7,000 ghosts for all of the items, like all the parcels and a bunch of wearables and stuff. I feel like that guy, like this hacker, must have been like he had a little bit of a heart. He's probably like a pretty young guy. Like, he doesn't want the bad karma, I guess. I don't know, but it was really cool.
I am here.
That's way cool, man. Like annoying you got hacked, but like way cool that how it all sort of ended, or progressed.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So.
Maybe that's
And
a
it
good
was-
to kind of tell people, you really need to be mindful, anywhere you're at of your security. Make sure you're doing all your due diligence and keep all your things safe,
Yeah, next time we have an event, everyone should bring like a burner phone with them. Don't bring your main phone to the event. That's probably where, because the hacker said he's trying to figure out how did you hack this guy? He was like, well, you just need to be careful in real life.
Yeah, he might have just been at NFT New York City. We all walked around together there too, so maybe he just scanned something he wasn't supposed to scan, or he's walked next to somebody he wasn't supposed to walk next to.
I mean, there's tech out there. They can copy your phone if you put it, if they can get close enough. Like, there's ways they can copy everything on your phone. So you definitely got to be careful. If you're going to a crypto event, you need to prepare your OPSEC.
It's a good point. And in regards to Goobs, we also GMI is doing a little something, trying to get a little bit of funds together through 2 NFT drops that we're going to be doing. So I'll post the details for that in the chat, but definitely check those out. And some of the work's done by Rigo Mortis, and then Bin Laden also did some work on that as well. Get the tweets.
So without quizzing too much, like you had MetaMask or et cetera, available on his phone. So when the phone got cloned or hacked or whatever, that's how he, rather than actually off his lappy or, yeah.
It could have been like a Wi-Fi connection. It could have been maybe some sort of phone clone. Could have been somebody scanned. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, I immediately got worried because we went to the Rare Pepe thing, and there was an NFT ATM, but Master Yang was responsible for that, so I felt pretty safe with that. I was worried about you, Gotchi Emperor, because remember on the street that guy had you scan a QR code?
Yeah, he said he was an artist. I seen him again, and we all walked by him, and I talked to him again, so he seemed legit, So I just figured maybe I think it was forget who told me, but they just said basically, he just set something up that didn't work. Tried to send over everything, but he said don't worry about it. But whatever, nothing happened. Plus, I don't keep anything on my phone. Phones are probably the most unsecure thing that you can have. So, I mean, if you're gonna mess with a lot of things in this community, that are worth money, at least, you might want to use your phone at all.
Just scan this. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work for you, that is. But for me,
mission accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was worried about that when I was live streaming the party. I had to use 3 computers to accomplish this. 2 of them were connected to the internet. I had my own hotspot though provided by the place. But before coming in, I had to remove all the crypto wallets, make sure that the computers were clean, that I wasn't using anything that had access to anything. Phones off the whole damn time, like pretty much like just kind of like that, trying to be careful.
But yeah, it's definitely a good lesson for everyone and a reminder, just, and shut down as much as you possibly can, or don't bring devices or whatever, Bluetooth off, Wi-Fi off.
So many sneaky ways.
Yeah, like the people I've been meeting in real life and getting them into crypto, I've just been advising them like, look, once you get your wallet, just write down the phrase and put it in a safe. Don't save it digitally anywhere. We'll get into how you can get into hardware wallets and stuff like that. But it's like just trying to stress from the very beginning. Like my son, I want to give him the keys to his wallet, but I'm worried that he's gonna, and I've been putting more and more stuff in there. That little bag of fuddy has grown significantly recently. But it's like I have to know that he's not gonna like save it on his computer and it gets fished because he's 11 and has access to the internet.
Sometimes those emails can be convincing.
You mean you don't just stick it in Notes or Evernote? What?
You know what I did do? I did do this with one wallet story that's on my phone, and it's a certain number of words. Every that number of words is one of the words in the phrase. So it's like a story that I can give to somebody, and if they don't know, they don't realize the phrase.
Yeah, that's got a reasonable chance of still being secure because you've got to do a lot of effort to break that or even realize that's the actual.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought about getting a tattoo of a story and doing that, but I was like, that might be too much.
That's like some Prison Break stuff.
Yeah, you put it in a place that normally people can't see, so it's only like intimate people that you're with, like people that know you very well that will be able to see that, and then they would have to know what it is. Just don't get drunk and tell anybody, because that's it. Somebody will chop off a piece of your skin.
Yeah, pass out. People used to shave your eyebrows. Now they just take grab their phone and scan your QR code and steal all your FOMO.
Russell's filling in, guys. I'm gonna have to head off pretty soon. Golden Cross will be taking over. But do we want to do anything? A little screenshot or something?
Yeah,
to
let's take
commence the event.
Yeah, let's do a little screenshot of the parcel. We have a whole bunch of people on here. If everybody can just start spamming like GMI Guild Summit #1, maybe you can even share what you're excited about in 40 characters. Let's just start spamming some chat bubbles. I'm gonna get a little recording going over here, and we're gonna record this for the whole event. So
GMI gonna make it.
I noticed that the chat bubbles has a hotkey now. The B actually works as a hotkey. But what happened to the burning emote that used to be there?
I think it's H. No, what is it now? We're gonna be doing a little bit of modification on that. Probably next week. It's gonna be Command B to enable that, because it's kind of annoying. If you're typing, you can't get rid of it. So it's gonna be Command B to to toggle that.
Yeah, so let's we can start if you guys want to drop some links, McCallum or ZombieShepherd, on this room. I might actually have the link still. No, I don't. But let's drop a couple links in here and get people over to the GMI Summit chat. And I believe DJ Super Paul will be doing a set there just for the first little bit as people are piling into the room. Perfect. Right there. So that's the voice channel there. Please just mute yourself as soon as you get into the room, but we'll have people managing the room as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely hang out
I'm
on
gonna-
the parcel meanwhile as well.
I'm gonna
Go ahead,
end this
sorry.
stream that I have going here, and it's gonna take me a second to like change over to the GMI stream, and then I'll be there. And but we are planning to start 10 minutes after the hour, so that would be till then. Super Paul is gonna be spinning.
Nice.
Awesome,
All right,
friends.
so-
Really looking forward to catching up with it tomorrow on with the audio and the video.
Yep,
That'd
we'll
be
get
great.
it uploaded.
Screenshot yet? Someone's asking if they could still get in for the screenshot, or did you take it already?
There'll be more
have a stream
screenshots.
going. Yeah, I have a stream going so we can capture frames or whatever. Yeah, perfect. So this is the inaugural kickoff, basically, of the GMI Guild Summit, starting shortly here in the GMI server. We have Golden Cross will be kicking off with the first speech. Really looking forward to that. But we have a whole day worth of events planned. We'll be live streaming the event. I'll see if I can actually attach the itinerary here, so you guys can see it.
Oh, and just so you know, we were joking around, but this itinerary might become a historic in the Gotchi verse.
Oh,
We might
So just keep
tokenize.
that in mind.
there we go. Tokenize everything.
Is that what the sus butterfly is going to turn into?
What, the guild document?